I don't think you're supposed to only go an hour. It went over an hour, but it dropped. I didn't realize that. So sorry about that. But do what we gotta do. Dynamic broadcast package is one of the first places players feel the difference between the game that looks uh, polished and a game that feels like a real NFL Sunday. NFL's 27 continues building our broadcast language so it feels more responsive to the count, a matchup, and a larger context around your game. Seasonal broadcast variations. We were talking about this in part one. We'll dive deeper into this. We kind of discussed a possibility of this when I was in there, and this was I was looking at something else on another website other than the game, and I was saying that it was going to be on there, but I thought, oh, this is just a fan made thing. But it's real. Confirm it being on the sports website. Slash games forward slash Madden NFL forward slash Madden 27 news forward slash Madden 27 sights and sounds hashtag dynamic. You just go to the features and then you go to presentation and then click dynamic broadcast package and then you will be sent directly to that. So the seasonal broadcast variations, one of the biggest additions to this year are seasonal variations across our broadcast package for Halloween, Thanksgiving. We have an exclusive turducken celebration waiting here for you, and Christmas. So each seasonal broadcast will include theme song, custom commentary, in-game infographics, score bug, end quarter banner, logo wipe, replay wipe. Whatever that means, I have no idea what that means. All right, people are asking, these presentations changes are designed to make those windows in the calendar feel distinct and help anchor games during those times of the year, which something football fans instinctively understand. The league feels different in late October than it does on Thanksgiving. Christmas football has its own tone too. Shout out to VR Master 3 and Thurian person or this what it says this. But shout out to y'all. Let's see here. As on tone 2, we want those moments to come through the presentation. Here's where these seasonal packages will appear. No, I do not. No. What a butterfly knife is. I do not know what that is. On the one we're talking about that during the Madden live stream, but anyways, welcome to talk about anything here. With in reason there will be no bullying, violence, or foul language on this channel. But if you want to talk about stuff that is not like that, that's fine. Hopefully, everybody understands the rules and is okay with those rules. And Annabelle out of Cat says hi, and the rest says, where the rabbit do not know what that is okay. I mean, what? Oh, it autocorrected. Okay. Yeah, autocorrect and be a pain sometimes. Back to what I was saying. Uh, it's play now, so you can find these seasonal packages not just in franchise and superstar, but play now, online head-to-head, and Madden Ultimate Team based on the real world calendar. So the play live thing. So when you go to play now and you go to the live games, uh, it'll be in there. The distinction matters because it lets the feature feel ground how you play, whether you follow the real life NFL season or building your own. The game reflects the point of the year you are in. Broadcast details that add texture. This year, we are continuing to expand our storytelling system through updated overlays, banners, and reports that help the broadcast feel more informative and aware of the game around it. These changes are not about tuning every moment into a spectacle. They are about making the overall package feel more polished and more intentional. So a better story positioned by they said they continued to invest in drive stars because they are one of the best places to build narrative naturally during the game. In Madden 27, drive stars are now include replays that expand storytelling and help key moments carry forward into the next possession. This gives uh, the game a more uh, with continuity and allows the broadcast to feel like it's following the same thread the player is. See here, they are also supporting the new storyline types through banners, commentary, and including examples like possession summary and upcoming games. These features help reinforce the bigger picture around what is happening. Sometimes that means reimagining how a drive ended or running your house ended. Excuse me. It sometimes means connecting your game to the rest of the week. Either way, it helps the broadcast feel more on to the sport we watch on Sundays, which is what I'm excited about. Halftime report: bringing the rest of the league into your game. A real life broadcaster rarely treats your game like it exists in a vacuum. We've heard your feedback. We halftime report are one of the best opportunities to widen the lens and give you context. I remind you there is a whole story uh, around you thinking. Uh, that thinking shaped halftime 27. This year, new halftime segments include impact player, or playoff hunt, and improved first half coverage of the user's game. That's what I'm talking about. Halftime feel more like it. I was talking about. Hopefully, halftime is more in depth than last year, and I guess it is. The goal is to make halftime feel more like a true checkpoint in the larger NFL day. You get a sense of where your game stands and what's happening elsewhere, which performances are standing out across the league. That broader context is a part of the NFL authenticity. If I say it right, authenticity. The sport always feels bigger than a single field, and we want halftime to carry more of that feeling. I like them, they're trying to go more authentic. Weekly recaps a league that feels alive all week. Presentation and Madden is not only about the big moments right before, during, and after the game, it's also about connective uh, tissues that make the season feel alive week to week. That is where weekly recap comes in. This year, we've expanded. They said they've expanded with new segments that help players a stronger pulse on the league around them, including injury reports. Thank goodness. The MVP race, the player of the week, playoff hunt, staff leaders, and trade alerts. These segments are designed to make the league feel more active and more dynamic as your season unfolds. You should be feel the momentum building, storyline shifting, and major development happens beyond your own team. We worked on optimizing replay downloads into your online franchises. Our goal here was to make sure your favorite iconic moments can be seen more quickly by your friends and rivals, is what it says on this. So more immersed like never before. So the drone shows, like I said, we talked about that uh, being in College Football 25. Now it's going to be in Madden 27. News story support banners through and commentary, coach specific and player specific pre-game storytelling, which is great. Makes it more feel real life, and then of course licensed songs directed lead to teams. We probably won't have that on the channel, of course, a copyright infringements, but so the team specific moments. Whether you're at AT&T Stadium in Dallas or MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, so they did that, put two teams that rival each other in the NFC East. Like Bengals ruler of the jungle, Chad Johnson, or Ocho Cinco. Broncos skydivers, Commanders Robert Griffin III, Cowboys Under the Star, Giants Bell with Lawrence Taylor, Jaguars Zipline with Jackson DeVille, Patriots End Zone Milita, and Texans Cannon Toro. Let's see here on the faces and on the broadcast. Football presentation feels more authentic when people shaping the game are a part of the experience. This idea behind coordinator spotlight in Madden 27. Licensed coordinators can now appear in the press box and on the sideline during cutscenes. Help the game better reflect how the coaching staffs are a part of the language of the NFL broadcast. That's what I'm talking about. Coordinators are a real part of how games are discussed, the storylines are framed, and how broadcast cameras cover the action between plays, including including them helps presentation feel more complete. That's what I'm talking about. I'll be excited on that. All right. Anything else? Cause We already talked about the dynamic weather, which is great. Talking about dynamic snowing, it starts off slow and it gradually builds, and then lets up. That's good. It also getting players getting dirty. Like if you see if it's raining and stuff, the players' jersey should be getting dirtier as the game goes along. If a player gets splashed with turf pellets or whatever, it should reflect that as well. Dynamic lighting and local kickoff times. Football feels different depending upon where and when the game is played. A 5:15 kickoff on the West Coast shouldn't look like an East Coast game. The sun should set differently. The shadows should feel more different. The atmosphere should match in the location and time of day. For Madden 27, East Coast exclusivity is gone. This year, we're adding new sun positions and authentic local kickoff times so games can better reflect where they are actually being played. A 5:15 p.m. in the Pacific time zone looks true to the West Coast. That major step forward visually becomes the time and lighting and location all work together to shape how football feels. These updates support broader improvements we are making to the sky's lighting, whether they are playing an afternoon or under the lights during changing weather. The goal is to make the game feel more grounded in its place in moments. Maybe so. These are kinds of the details that Madden helps feel more like a real NFL broadcast. When kicking time, some positions stadium, the skies will light up, and the experience feels more authentic from the moment and the game begins. So, yeah, I don't know what that means when you're selecting in a kickoff time. You have like Central Time, Eastern Time. I'm playing now, and then it reflects normal for franchise mode as well. I don't know. Let's see here. We talked about service. Yes, we did. We talked about dirt ground, future force facilities. So it sounds like it's going to be really good. I'm glad to see that more authentic broadcast. I mean, that's kind of how it is in MLB The Show. They'll talk about something, you know, oh, this player and this, you'll have Blue Shine and Chris Singleton do that in Madden, and you'll have even uh, uh, the minor league announcer Ben Gelman do that as well. What you'll see when we broadcast MLB The Show, especially MLB The Show today. I know I'm normally talking about uh and I had to interject that in there because that's coming up this afternoon. I was trying to do that, but we had to do this in two parts because of it dropping. We've had a lot of problems with the broadcast dropping. And I had to delay my broadcast because the internet was one did not cooperate with me yesterday with that's why it was delayed because I'm hoping that Saturday would be more where it would be hopefully more down where they weren't messing with stuff. I think we've talked about. I think we've talked about everything. So I'm excited to see the presentation. We'll see about who the announcers are for Madden. We know the announcers are for college football. We're excited to welcome Holly Rowe to the sideline to have a sideline reporter. I don't know if she's going to be a sideline reporter just for the prime time games, or is it going to be a sideline reporter for the main team or not, I don't know. I also would like to see um, the Madden announcers are if they're going to be the same people or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll let you know when we find out information on Madden announcers. When we do know that we're excited to see what Joel Klatt can bring to college football video game. Thank you for all who commented, and subscribed and liked. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on YouTube, everybody. We'll see y'all in the next one. Sorry for the live stream that dropped for part 1.